quarter-final between the reigning men's champion Neil Duff and Chris Landman of the Netherlands. Well, it was a tale of two sets, really, wasn't it, this time? Run us through your description of how that went in both sets.
Well, I think the first set, Neil looked a little bit nervous early doors, and Chris took advantage of that. There was a dodgy leg in the middle there, and Landman won that on lots of them, and he took the advantage of that. So he took the first set and looked the more positive in the first set. Second set, he was still the more positive, but Chris made a few mistakes there, and he really needed to get back in that practice room, because those are mistakes he shouldn't be making. Neil Duff just jumped on them, and now we're a set apiece, and Neil Duff's in the game, and Landman really had his foot on his throat, and he let him go. And
this is not dissimilar to what we saw with Neil Duff against Martin Turner to get into this round. Neil Duff, he's been fairly inconsistent over the last year, as we've spoken about, since his world title here last year, and he came back from a set down against Martin Turner, so he seems to know how to dig deep and make the most of his opponent's mistakes when it matters.
It does, and he's lucky that his opponent made mistakes, because, I mean, he's not a new boy, Chris Landman. He's been around the block, so he's played in some of the biggest stages in the best places, so it's unusual for him to make those mistakes. He'll be out the back, really not happy at the break, and Duff will be going, I'm not happy, but I'm still in it.
Mistakes from both sides here in Lakeside, the number 2 against the number 7 seed. It's all to play for here in the quarterfinals. Back down to the stage.
Thank you, Joe. Thank you, Scott. Neil Duff levelling the game up after Chris Landman missed 4 chances to go into the break 2 sets up. His doubling has let him down. Neil Duff does not give up easily. Scoring from Landman has been absolutely fantastic, but he needs to improve closing out legs. He's had chances to win virtually all the legs we've had in the match, particularly since the conclusion of the first set.
Third set, first leg, it's Neil 2.
Our referee, Garen Roderick, is getting the game back underway. It will be Neil Duff to start things, and the added disappointment from Chris Landman's point of view is that
60.
Not only did he lose that set when being 2-0 up in legs, he lost it when he started the set with his throw.
Yeah, absolutely. It's fine margins. We're at quarterfinals of the World Championships here. The fine margins are ones you've got to be ready for, but he'll be disappointed, Chris, how that set ended for him. And he's now got to forget that and come back out, and he's got to break the Duff throw once more to get this at some point in this set.
These two have never met before, despite being fairly highly ranked in the WDF system. Chris Landman's not played many darts on this circuit. Last appearance before the start of the World Championship was in the Dutch Open. Got to the last 16 before losing to Benny Aldecalter. You might be wondering how he lost his last match, the last 16 against Jelle Klaassen. Klaassen concludes the evening's action against Danny Lorby. And then in between that and this, we've got Lisa Ashton against Kirsty Hutchinson. Plenty of super darts on offer.
45. First require 151. $86. Neil require 136. $58.
Going downstairs to try and leave tops.
65.
Was Duff, but 65 from Landman, so it's tops for him. Good marker.
25.
Needed a third dart in his hand. So Duff will come back. The whole throw for 78. He's been doing this all week so far, chipping away at those shots with one dart in hand.
38.
Just over the top on this occasion.
40.
Great marker. Two great markers.
No score.
And he somehow couldn't squeeze it in. Neil Duff is probably the one that can't believe it the most.
He actually looked and said, no way, I think. Plenty of room for the last. Oh, he's backed out, so there's no momentum now. This is like throwing one individual dart.
20.
And that can happen. Maybe.
Chris, you require 40.
Bit of momentum would have helped. Lamb and Shawley. Oh, we're having another one of those
30.
legs, aren't we?
It's a repeat of the first leg of the second set.
20.
24 darts and counting. That one's not close.
In charge of the first
Bang centre.
Neil Duff.
It is the Duff man that takes the
Second leg is Chris. Choose for
scruffy
first.
leg.
Game on.
One scrappy leg apiece so far in this quarter-final. I think we put that down as.
140.
Lamb and no hesitation, straight in there. 140. Duff's got 80 in the board.
Thank you.
There's a whistle in the crowd there.
100. 60.
That hit at double five means that Duff leads for the first time in this match.
100. 121.
Once again, Lamb on the mark with that treble 20.
54.
Not often that it's one, it's usually two. Brian Q happens to be one. Thanks for that. Commentator's curse starting once again this evening already, early doors.
Going to be much more of that over this coming weekend.
$135.
Duff stays in touch.
95.
Aggression from Landman.
55.
Could have used the ball.
Nearly require 112.
All he can do is sit and hope here. What Landman did last time was have one dart at it after the scruffy leg. Is Duff going to do the same back at him?
72.
No, not to be.
Chris, you require 40.
He's left it again. He struggled with it last time.
In charge of the second leg.
Not so much
Chris
this
Landman.
time. And that's when it gets frustrating. When you hit it first dart like that and you've had all those darts at it before.
Well, it's a carbon copy of the situation we had at the start of set two. It took Landman 9 goes to finally hit double five. He then misses 8. Duff takes the leg. And next up, one straight in tops.
100.
Nicole Renault getting a lot of camera time today. And I believe she's given you a gift.
140.
She has. She's given me a lovely gold Kiwi pin badge, which I've put immediately on my jacket.
26. 45. 100. 59.
Not capitalising on the Duff mistakes.
It's like he's trying too hard. He knows their mistakes and he's thinking, right, now I've got to go. And he's not quite doing it. Just needs to take the foot off the pedal a little bit.
105.
Throw with a bit of freedom.
$60. Nearly require 170.
Still waiting for the first big fish of the week. And we're going to be kept waiting.
I'm not sure he'd have gone for it if he'd hit the second treble, to be fair.
105. 140.
Now the pressure's applied.
65.
Indeed it is. But Duff,
In charge of the third leg.
after messing around on doubles, he now hits first dart.
Game on.
As you can see, few in tonight.
100.
Yeah, these players will have to get used to playing in different atmospheres because it is going to be noisy from now until the close of play on Sunday. It has been quieter this week.
It sure is.
180.
Second 180 for Neil Duff.
140.
Fantastic reply from Landman. Surely a ton.
55.
Oh, the wrong side, came off the wrong side of the flight.
121.
Double 20. Double 18. 1, 2, 1. As easy as 1, 2, 3.
Fifth leg, Neil 2 through first. Game on.
So we're in that last leg decider again, and Duff has got off to the proverbial flyer. And the countryman has gone with him.
Beginning to see a little bit more consistency from Landman.
Duff offering himself to wake
81.
up.
Yeah, I'm glad he doesn't get mic'd up on stage because I think we'd be having to apologise for quite a lot of language.
I think there's a lot of players like that, have a good little chat to themselves. Just keep them on it.
44.
Well, after that visit, you'd say advantage Landman now. Definitely advantage Landman now. Oh,
Don't go there again.
Down the bottom will be fine.
137.
Rushed in and picked it up.
Christian by 84.
Throw is well and truly turned in Landman's favour. 2 darts at double 12. Only needed the one.
Chris Landman.
He's stolen the set from Neil Duff, who started it. Great work there from Landman in that last leg again.
Fourth set, first leg. It's
and as I
Chris
said, that's about as
first.
animated as he
Game
gets. But I think we all know around the world what that meant to him.
57.
Breaking throw against the current world champion.
Well, Neil Duff is a player who thrives in adversity. But I bet he wishes, just for once, to have a simple game and coast to the line. You sometimes do get those where your opponent doesn't turn up, but it's going to be another scrap if he's to keep his hopes of back-to-back world championships alive. Very, very few players have defended their first title.
41.
Very few players have defended their second world title. It's only Does probably the one in the modern era we would know about. Remember Scott Waite's winning a couple. He didn't defend them after. Pretty hopeless he was. Pretty hopeless. It's all right, I know he's watching. He's texted me.
Yeah.
85.
Couldn't wait to get that in, could you?
Nope.
Like a coiled spring.
Scotty 2-star and Scotty 1-star. What more could you want?
Should look at the ball.
105. Christian
Nothing wrong with the ball of management from Duff.
56. Nearly require 170.
Leaves the bullseye.
145.
Big fish not reeled in.
Christian require 48.
That would have been a massive breaker throw. Landman now must hold.
8.
And he'd been put under pressure again from a big chance from Duff. Duff surely has to finish it off. He goes for double 12.
In charge on the first leg, Neil Duff.
Neil Duff
Second
breaks
leg
the
is
throw.
Neil to throw
5
first.
darts from 170.
And Chris Lambert must be absolutely sick of the sight of him. Every time he threatens to extend his
60.
advantage, Neil Duff pulls him back.
And that's what good champions do.
60. $76.
An anguished cry of Neil.
95.
Always wears his heart on his sleeve.
60.
There's someone loving the darts. He even gave us the sign he loved the darts.
43.
Chris Lambert hates those darts.
$94. $139.
Well tidied there from Landman. That's the equivalent of getting the driver out and hitting the green from 280 yards, that one. And once again, a great response from the champion.
Bullseye for Landman.
139.
They are teasing this crowd.
71.
Almost a 170 from Duff the leg before. Now almost a... what a lovely clean 71 from Duff for a holder throw.
Third leg, Chris to throw
17 dart leg.
Game on.
Landman had got himself a dart at that bullseye for 15.
100.
And the worry for Landman here, he's working so hard to break the Duff throw. And then Duff's having
100.
no problems breaking Landman's throw.
100. $81. $60.
Duff won't be too worried here. He knows he's got the darts in the next leg for the set. All he'll want to do is try and set this up. Try and keep Landman under pressure. Try and get him to make a mistake. And then try and capitalise on the mistake if he gets the chance.
60.
If not, it goes to his throw. And Landman's body language is telling you he is not a happy bunny at this particular moment in time.
100.
Yeah, Duff's body language isn't too dissimilar, but he'll be feeling a lot more content now.
95. The Europower 120. $100. Chris Uruguay 86.
He'll probably stay there. Bullseye.
In charge on the third leg.
And if he hit that a couple of moments ago, once again we'd be looking at this set very differently.
To throw first. Game on.
But we're not, when this is what we've got.
It's a hold of throw. That's all it is. Not as significant as he'd like.
85. $45.
This altogether looks like we're going to be going into the break at 2-2.
Racing away now.
I think Duff will be the happy of the two going in at 2-2, to be totally honest.
Because he'll start the 5th set with his throw. Not the worst time to make an error. 2 errors like that. Random nowhere.
If Duff does get this, nobody's held their throw. Nobody's held their set with throw. So would you want to be coming out having a throw?
72.
Both players seem to be better on the opponent's throw.
Double 12 for the set.
48. Chris Uruguay 160.
He's been made to work so hard. Three more chances for Neil Duff.
Big pressure though from Landman, just to make him think. Is he thinking too much? No, he isn't. Fourth set goes in the way of Neil Duff. So as we head to the break, we are none the wiser. 2 sets to Neil Duff, 2 sets to Chris Landman.
Welcome back to Lakeside. It is neck and neck here in this quarter-final. 2 sets apiece between the reigning champion Neil Duff and the Dutchman Chris Landman. Well, Chris Landman, he just keeps trying to pull away, doesn't he? But he just can't get rid of Neil Duff. That pedigree of his, chasing and catching up. What do you make of what we've seen in these last 2 sets?
Well, third set, Lamb worked so hard to break the Duff's throw on that set, and he got it in that last leg, and you think, right, now hold your own throw. And Lamb then started set 4 so badly in the first 2 legs that by the time he'd got into both of those legs, Duff had jumped on him, and he's 2-0 down in the 4th set. So he's done all the hard work to break him in set 3, and then it all went to pieces in the first 2 legs for him on the next set. So Duff now goes in at 2-2 with a much happier man, because Lamb has been dominating it. The biggest thing is, though, neither have held throw when they've started the set. So, who wants to come out and throw in set 5? It's Neil Duff to throw in set 5, but is he going to hold his throw?
Scott, I have to ask you, what do you think is going to happen?
I think somebody has to settle down and hold their own throw at some point, otherwise it'll be the strangest game we've ever seen here.
Call it, give us a quick prediction.
With who's got throw, Duff should win the game, 4-3. But Lambman's not reading the script and he's breaking Duff's throw. We're none the wiser.
Okay, well, we'll go back down to the match. It's 2 sets apiece. What an exciting match to finish.
It certainly is. Neil Duff and Chris Lamman throwing punches at each other. It is even Stevens after 4 sets. It's hard to know, really. It's hard to judge who you'd say has been the better player at around about the halfway point of this game. One man, though, has tasted the ultimate glory on this stage, and he did it the hard way against Thibaut Tricol. Even chuntering away during his practice darts before the game restarts. Neil Duff is going to have the throw, so of course Chris Lamman's going to win this set. That's how it's been going. That's the pattern we're following.
Yeah, Joe tried to pin me down on that one, and I wasn't having none of that either. So, don't you start. 45. But yeah, that seems to be the way at the moment. Both players seem to be playing better on the opposite person's throw, because they know they've got to work harder to try and break. So, on the run of play so far, I'm not sure what the averages are telling us. But Wesley plays yet. Saw him this afternoon.
Yeah, a bit of an eye roll to the camera. Don't think he wants to be spotted. Losing out to Dennis Nilsson this afternoon. This is the 3rd quarter of the draw.
100.
Whoever wins will take on the winner of Class and Lorby, coming up last this evening.
81.
Big fan of Rangers is Neil Duff, in case you can't tell by the colours of the shirt. And the big Rangers badge on the back of it.
180.
Lamman just gave a little look across at the scoreboard to see what he had left. And you could tell there that
58.
he was on 263 and went and filled it up.
Double 16.
51. Nearly require 140.
Don't want to be giving Duff these chances, because he will soon start taking them. There will be a momentum swing.
60. Christian require 32.
Been a frustrating evening so far for Duff. And he's not going to get a chance in this leg. So predictably, a break of throw.
7 against Chris to throw first.
Yeah, absolutely.
100. 135. 60.
Look at that, nice bullseye Christmas jumper there in the crowd.
Yeah, I'm guessing a lot of them get flogged at this time of year.
81.
Again, Landman falling short. And again, Neil Duff on the Landman throw, looking more comfortable than on his own.
140. Nearly require 103.
Might be too little too late for Landman. Double 17 for Neil Duff. Now for double 16.
87.
Oohs and ahs from the crowd.
You've got to keep the first one straight here and give yourself a chance. You have to be safe with the first one.
25.
He was safe with none of them.
16. In charge to the second round.
That's safely planted in double 8. And Neil Duff breaks the throw once again.
Third against Neil to throw first.
It's supposedly meant to be an advantage, starting legs and having the throw. These two proving otherwise.
95.
Games of this magnitude and this distance can to and fro, where each player gets in a little bit of a purple patch of their own and holds on, but this one hasn't done that. We've yet to find a player to get a purple patch and reel off sort of 5 or 6 legs that are really good and win 4 of them.
140.
Landman visibly, the pace was a bit quicker then. He's trying something different.
99.
But if Landman gets any quicker, he'll be throwing all 3 darts at once. 1, 2, 3, gone.
54. Nearly about 167.
That's why he's a big scorer, but it's why he can be erratic as well.
45.
So once again, a glimmer of hope for Landman. Another one of those.
100. Nearly require
close enough.
122.
Duff will start on the 18s here. Awkward. Bullseye.
78. This should require 107.
Well, that second dart in the treble 18 was magnificent. I don't know how he managed to see it. But Landman
87.
does not break the throw.
44.
Strange combination to come all the way down the bottom of the board and then try and head back to the top. Duff now on double 16. Holds his throw. Now getting the confidence that comes with holding your throw.
Yeah, he seems to have changed his MO a little bit, Neil Duff, because I think normally he's a tops and tens man, but decided to go for the 16s. He's had more success on that side of the board in the last few sets.
40.
Yeah, sometimes you've just got to change it up and go with what you feel's right on the moment.
140.
Yeah, there's a lot of darts players who like to obviously plan and have an idea of which doubles they want to hit, but some of them just play instinctively and play on feel.
Yeah, if you have a couple of darts at 36 you don't fancy it, you switch it to 32s,
41.
and when you get those opportunities like the guys are having at the moment.
$45. 59. 38. Chris Europa 138.
There'll never be a poker face darts player, Neil Duff.
26.
Two poor visits from Landman where he is he's a country mile in front. Absolute country mile in front. And Duff is now right back on his coattails.
He was a country mile in front, but the countryman may have to find something special.
96. Nearly require 138. 90. Pressure required 16.
When you're that far away with your first dart, it does your confidence in.
To nudge ahead, 3-2.
32.
Neil Duff can't manage double 16.
Pressure required 8.
Back in that 21 dart plus route again. Good marker. 2 good markers.
No score. Neil requires 16.
Duff mops his brow. The biggest darts in the match so far. Double 4.
Crowd ooh and ahhing with every dart. And that can get on your mind as a player, I can tell you. Lamman has a quick look over to his people, go, what's going on? He can't get any closer. He cannot get any closer, but hits it.
No score.
Unbelievable. Unbelievable tension. Has to be double 1. Right smile on his face, and he finds double 1. A farce of a leg ends with the Duff man going ahead 3-2.
Set first leg is Chris to throw first.
Okay, Scott,
Game on.
if you're in Chris's position now, how do you compose yourself and recover?
You're going at a 180 or something to start in the middle of this leg and forget what's just happened. But that is a very difficult forget. That was big moments, big turning points. Both had many
60.
moments and chances, but only one took them. And those are the bits that he'll remember.
97.
I'm not going to say it, I'm not going to say it. Well, Elvis is in the building.
60.
You did hold out for nearly 3 seconds there, mate. Well done.
A lot of restraint.
A lot of restraint.
60. 140. 100. 60. Pressure required 144.
That is wow dart and a big one.
112.
Good recovery.
Not living up to the first dart merchant tag there.
No, he shouldn't have needed to have been there. Should never have been anywhere near that big one where he was.
Pressure required 32. Game shot to the first set. Chris Lamman.
Something for Lamman to build upon.
First. Game on.
Yeah, you want to try and forget that last sort of set, really.
180.
Good response from Lamman now. Duff has to back that 180 up.
60.
Yeah, sorry viewers, I got my leg wrapped around Danny's
60.
headphone wire there, and yeah, nearly pulled his head off. Quite amusing for us. You couldn't see it where you were. We're back with the game now. Do apologise.
95.
Yeah, we've already both tripped up over these wires when we've tried to get up off the seats. But pleased to report, no injuries yet.
No injuries, but Duff on 166. 9 times out of 10 when you leave that, you hit a treble 21st dart. Not to be on this occasion.
60.
One would even have been happy with. Once again, the door slightly ajar for Landman, but needs a treble in this visit.
60. Neil require 106.
Doesn't get it.
Treble 18.
58. Chris require 156.
Going all over the shot now.
Somebody needs to steady the ship here.
And that somebody is Neil Duff.
It's exactly what was needed. It's time to get a bit scrappy. I know the situation's tense and tight.
60.
There we go. Duff now taking control of the situation.
$60. $45.
It's his third game in this World Championship, and on 2 occasions he's had to deal with a very, very quick player. Moreno Blom on Tuesday evening caused a few problems early on before he faded. And now it's Landman tonight.
85.
You think maybe the pace of the game isn't suiting him?
No, I think the pace is suiting Duff just fine.
60.
He's doing what he wants to do. He's playing the pace that he plays. Nothing's really changed for him.
95.
Landman's just searching and searching. You can see he's not happy with that first dart. And when that one drops there, he has to go over the top and
60.
change the trajectory, and it's causing him problems. He's got to come out of there. When that first one drops short, surely he's got to come out and find a clear target.
81. $140.
Much better from Landman. That's all because he didn't have a blocker dart.
$140 is the ticket for Neil. And he's going to get it. This may have to go, because Neil Duff is tops away 96. From breaking the throw and going within one of the match.
40.
And there it is. Neil Duff turns round, bellows his approval.
Fourth flag is Neil to throw first. Game on.
He has got the aura of a champion.
95.
He sure has.
And he has seemingly got Chris Landman under his thumb.
He has now, and he's sprinting for the line.
100. $85. $59.
I feel that Landman's running out of time. It has to be a 140 here.
140.
Right on cue, and he's probably going to have to back it up with another one. Depending on what Duff does here.
100.
Super last dart from Duff. Keep the pressure on. Well, that's the 5 off. Has to stay straight.
Neil, you require 147.
Not enough.
That's a nervy one from Duff.
81.
Solid stuff at the end there with the last dart.
Oh, he went across. Maybe the better shot would have been to stay
90.
straight. Even if it is a dodgy dart at double 15, Neil Duff is 66 points away from the semi-finals. Double 18.
30.
He's millimetres away from the semi-finals there. Landman, this has to go. Good character from Landman. Good character. It's an 18 dart, break a throw. Duff will be disappointed to be giving up legs with that on his own throw. Now look what's happened. Momentum Landman.
And now the likelihood is we'll need a 7th set.
How much does that one dart going to affect Neil Duff? He's had one dart to win it. And he was oh so close.
140.
Landman now throwing like he's not got a care in the world. 2 140s back to back for his 6 darts in this leg.
36.
And Duff absolutely all over the place, while Landman's just trudging on, and Chris must be saying to himself, where have I been?
100.
Well, the 3rd dart that Neil Duff threw in the previous visit seemed indicative of a man who is resigned to the fact he's losing this leg.
89.
Good tidy up again from Landman.
45. Pressure required 32.
Double 4 is there.
6th set. Chris Landman.
And we are going all the way.
7th and final set. His first leg is Neil to throw first. Game on.
Neil Duff is thinking right now he should be having photos with fans celebrating a victory. He should be shaking Landman's hand.
45.
He should be preparing for a semi-final. But darts doesn't work like that.
57.
And Landman goes back to throwing a split second slower, losing the momentum a little.
40.
Lobsters don't know what to do with themselves now. They're so into this.
97.
Duff now taking the pace out of the game in his approach to the board.
100.
To throw. Landman's got the problem again where his dart is too low.
Chris Landman's problem now is Neil Duff.
140.
Still not enough to get him to a finish.
At 140 after the 26, but he'd still been better off with 2 tons, Landman, on the trot.
Even Woody Woodpecker can't take his eyes off this.
121.
He has stopped pecking the table, though. He is actually watching now.
116.
Back up to the old faithful.
Game shot and the first leg.
Neil Duff
with a champion checkout.
Second leg is Chris to throw first. Game on. 140.
That was Neil Duff's first ton plus checkout of the match.
What a time to do it. We spoke about big celebrations this afternoon. When Wesley Plazier gave a big one, didn't he? And then he never hit a treble for 4 throws and lost the next leg.
140.
Yeah, I suspect we'll struggle to see one set that was as good as the third in that match when Wesley Plazier finished it in 40 darts. It was something special.
140.
It also shouldn't go unnoticed after that match. We did have a few issues with our scoreboard, but according to the averages, Dennis Nilsson, highest of the tournament, over 97.
Right.
55. $136.
So big setup now for Duff to try and put pressure on the Lamb double top. It ain't going to be no bigger than this one.
140.
Not quite to be, but sat there on 81.
40.
This has been Lammon's Achilles heel, 3 in his hand, not this time.
Third leg, kneel to throw first.
13 dart leg from Lamon and hold of throw.
100.
Getting the tense, nervous headache time for the lads now.
100.
Some bumblebees in. Suppose it's better to be in the warm than out in the cold this time of year for the bumblebees.
100.
Yeah, it is chilly. Not quite as Baltic as it was at the start of the week.
55.
Once again, Lamon with that short dart under the treble 20.
85. 100.
A good last start there from Lamon to get over the top. Could this set up double 18?
140.
Tried to use the first 2 in the board and just slightly overpitched it. It's advantage Duff here.
60.
Massive advantage,
Neil
Duff.
requires 76. 56.
No huge deal to miss tops.
40.
Especially with Lamon coming up very dry indeed.
It's all about Duff doing his bit of the job now.
Game shot and a third down. Neil Duff.
Double 5 has been really good to him in this tournament.
Fourth leg, it's Chris to throw first.
That was the part of the board he hit last night to beat Martin Turner.
100.
Lamon now throwing to hold to save the match. Duff now composing himself. He knows he needs a big visit early doors.
$100.
Would have liked more there.
$100.
As would Lamon after hitting the 61st dart. First mistake.
43.
And no treble. So Lamon now has to hit. Has to hit.
60.
And he doesn't. So that little mini advantage is gone now. But Duff has to hit one. Big deflection there. Good switch after the deflection. Good switch. Oh, Duff would have been stood behind Lamon there thinking, I'm in here, he's missed, and he lands one right in the top left-hand corner.
60.
Duff goes to the well and comes up dry. So it's 1-4-1 for Lamon. Go back now to the treble 20.
Nearly 164.
Treble 18. What a way to win this would be. for the highest checkout of the tournament. Landman spurts. He looks at the screen. Neil Duff making sure he is properly prepared.
139.
When that left his hand, he must have thought that had a chance.
36.
Big moments, big moments.
Right at the top of Landman.
Whoa, right in the top left-hand corner. We've got ourselves a one-leg shootout.
Final leg is Neil to throw first. Game on.
Now the bull up in the back room comes to the advantage.
100.
Nothing a given in this situation in darts.
140.
It's a sport that tests the skill, it tests the stamina, and right now it's testing the nerve of Neil Duff and Chris Landman.
140.
Super response from Neil Duff. That is big.
100.
So we're none the wiser. We're even Stevens after 6 darts. Duff looking to kick on.
140.
And he knows how big that was.
Landman falls behind. Treble 17.
It's 79.
Tidies it up well.
Christian O'Connell, 161.
For a show-stopping finish.
92. Neil Uruguay, 42.
Which way does he go?
10 for 32, surely.
Chris Uruguay,
What
69.
more can we say?
Landman still with work to do here. 2 darts at double 6.
Shots.
Only needs one.
Chris Landman.
Chris Landman is the first man to beat Neil Duff on the lakeside stage. He had to survive 4 match darts from the Ulsterman, who is absolutely devastated, loudly berating himself when he missed those 2. It was Landman who ultimately kept his cool. What a confidence boost that will feel for the Dutchman, who becomes our 3rd confirmed semi-finalist in the men's tournament. Duff devastated, Landman thrilled. He has beaten the Duff man by 4 sets to 3.
Welcome back to Lakeside for our quarter-finals night here at the WDF World Championships. Well, if you missed that, I don't know where you were, because that was a 7-set thriller. Our reigning champion, Neil Duff, he is out. And Chris Laumann, he makes it through to the semi-final for the first time in his career. I mean, Neil, he actually came out strong in that 5th set, and then what happened?
Yeah, he came out and he held his throw, which hadn't been happening, and he held it quite comfortably, 3-1. And then he had chances. He had a match start. I think it was at double 18, 66, missed it. Laumann then goes 2-2, and then absolutely blitzes the last leg, and before you know it, we're at 3 sets each. Then you're in the lap of the gods. You know, Neil would have felt confident that he had the darts in that last set, and Laumann just did not go away. Once he got that 3rd set for himself, he just thought, I'm going to hang in here and give myself a dart. And that 69 shot was a tough shot from Laumann. It was a tough shot to do, and he just nailed it in 2 darts. It was just his day.
It seemed like it was a question of who was making more mistakes. Am I right about that? There were mistakes coming, missed doubles. What did you make of the fact that these are 2 very good players, but the amount of mistakes we saw?
It's the situation. We're playing in the quarterfinals of a World Championship. It's the biggest tournament of the year for us, and it comes around once a year, and your whole year of travelling and getting the ranking points to get here all culminates down in 2 or 3 moments up there on that stage. And I can understand why they were both really sort of nervy and edgy at part of that game. It's just understandable. It's natural.
Chris Laumann, he goes into the semi-final, but will he take confidence from that performance?
I don't know about you guys at home that are watching, but anybody that beats the world champion, surely you take confidence from that. If you don't, you shouldn't be playing.
Fair enough. And you know yourself how hard it is to not just reach the top, but to stay there. I think you were mentioning to me there was a similar situation back in your day after you won the world championships. Am I right?
Yeah, absolutely. I went to the quarterfinals the year after I won it too, so me and Duff have got something else naturally in common. And I went to a Dutchman as well, just the same as Neil Duff. So, yeah, Richard Veenstra, if you're watching, good to see you, mate.
Well, hopefully you can be there to console Neil and have a few words with him. Let's move on to look at our next match, our women's quarter-final. Lisa Ashton against Kirsty Hutchinson, an all-England clash. This is going to be a really thrilling quarter-final. Lisa Ashton, you mentioned she has been suffering with an injury. She had a bit of a scare in her opening match here in Lakeside. Priscilla Steenbergen, she won the first 4 legs, but Lisa, she made that comeback. She is the 4-time world champion, and that pedigree showed. Tell me a little bit about that injury and how much you think that's affected her.
Well, I was speaking to her earlier about it, and it's been a trapped nerve in her elbow that affected the bottom part of her hand. So her hand was going numb after she'd been throwing for a while. So, of course, that's no use to you when you're playing darts. If you played a couple of legs and then your hand goes numb and you're not really sure where your dart is going to go, that's not a good thing. So she chose to have the operation at the tail end of this year before next year starts. Finding the right time to have an operation for a dart player is not easy. So she chose the time that she chose so that she'd be back in time for this. She said she feels fine. She said she feels great that she's got the feeling back in her hand. Like I say, feels a bit rusty from a bit of match practice, but other than that, she's still that 4-time world champion between the ears, and that's going to make her very difficult to beat.
She is the 4-time world champion, but she is up against last year's finalist as well in Kirsty Hutchinson. What do you think would be the difference between them?
It's going to be a tough call. I think it's going to come down to a few doubles. I think both of them will chase each other down, and I think it's going to be who's hitting on the night and who has the better double percentages, because they can both score, and they're both sort of kind of what I call in-your-face players. They get a bit angry with it, and they score off the back of that. And look, who knows? It's going to be a tight game, but I think Lisa takes it.
Okay, and both of them, they not only believe they can beat each other, but they both believe they can go all the way to win this tournament. We'll see how that brilliant matchup looks after the break.
We now complete the ladies' quarter-finals here at the 2023 CT1 WDF Lakeside World Championship, and we welcome back to the stage last year's Lakeside World Championship finalist, the reigning Bruges Open champion from England, Kirsty Hutchinson. We now welcome to the stage the reigning Australian Darts Open champion, the four-time Lakeside World Champion, the Lancashire Rose, Lisa Ashton.
The legendary Lisa Ashton is in the quarterfinals of this wonderful Lakeside Championship. She was put under plenty of pressure by Priscilla Steenbergen, the last of the 72 players in the men's and women's draw to take part in this year's tournament. She's had to take a watching brief for most of the week, but she got back into action last night. Steenbergen took the first set, but ultimately the quality and experience of Lisa Ashton shone through. Been a mixed few months for her. Elbow surgery means she's not being able to practice, not being able to get as much match practice as she would like heading into this tournament, which she is looking to win for a fifth time and a first time since 2018. 53 years old now, but she's still got that appetite to play darts, winning in Australia earlier this year, the highlight of her year. But Kirsty Hutchinson is someone who is no stranger to the Lakeside stage, reaching a final last year before ultimately losing out to Bo Greaves. She is a big scorer, and she will give Lisa some problems if she can tidy up the doubling. Scott Mitchell is with me in the commentary position, and Scott, we both think that it's going to be a very tight game, but I think you're backing Lisa because of her extra experience.
45. Yeah, I am. But at the time, I didn't realise that Kirsty had won the throw, so that's kind of a big advantage. Kirsty's been around an awful long time through the 59. Youth movement, and she's been a friend of my daughter's for years, and she is starting to develop into 60. One classy player.
Yeah, she's played a couple of games already on the stage.
41.
Defeated Japan star Mayumi Uchi in round one, and then she improved her performance against the New Zealander debutant, beating a seeded player in Wendy Harper. And Lisa Ashton has been there, seen it, won the T-shirt and 4 trophies.
100.
Yeah, nobody likes to show off, but everybody loves Lisa. That's what I will tell you. She's just a lovely, lovely lady.
80.
Been a friend of mine for a long time. The Lancashire Rose. Bedded across her shirt.
We'll give a shout to our referee, Christian Sorensen. 5th referee to take to the stage today, making his debut from Denmark.
60.
He's slotted into the team very nicely.
Yeah, our team of refs are like an adolescent boy band, aren't they?
41. Lisa, you require 116.
Something like that.
71. Kirsty, you require 156.
Slow start from Kirsty, moving 156 after 18 darts.
38.
On her own throw will be the worry.
45.
She's not got to get too frustrated.
13. Kirsty, you require 118.
Treble 20.
94.
Good last start there
32.
from Hutchinson. 32 for Lisa.
24.
This has always been the strong part of her game, was the doubles for Lisa. I said I thought that would be the difference at the start of the game.
Kirsty Hutchinson. Second leg.
That'll give Kirsty a little bit of
game on.
A G up.
Yeah, I said slow start for Kirsty, but she won't care about that now, because at least she's won the first leg. Was a dodgy start for Lisa against Priscilla Steenbergen last night, but unfortunately the Dutch woman, she was like an 800-metre runner who used up too much of her energy on the first lap. Lisa came roaring back. I don't think it can be underestimated what a trailblazer Lisa has been in the women's game. First woman to win a tour card on the PDC. First woman to average over 100 on telly. She did that in the UK Open against Darren Beeney. Someone that plenty look up to. I'm guessing including Kirsty.
140.
Yeah, I'm absolutely sure you're right.
$55.
Like I say, you want to be playing your best when you win World Championships. You want to stay in your pomp for as long as you can and try and take as many titles in that sort of period as you can. And Lisa managed to take 4 world titles while she was playing absolutely excellently. Kuru.
85.
Suzuki had
157.
A couple of good runs here. Obviously was champion.
Four different players she beat in those finals as well. Dita Hedman, Fallon Sherrod, Corinne Hammond and Anastasia Dobromoslova need to make do with the runners-up prize.
97.
But now it's Lisa under pressure.
Kirsty, you require 100.
Couldn't slide that second dart under.
$34. Lisa, you require 96.
2 stabs at the cherry. That one way under. 71 to treble 17.
42. Kirsty, you require 66.
Tops.
46. Lisa, you require 54.
So an early chance for Lisa to get back into the game. That's 12 left. Double 6.
48.
Not the plan to move right across
Kirsty,
the
you
board.
require 20.
There's only one other place to throw that, and that was to hit it.
The second leg.
So Hutchinson takes advantage again.
Third leg, it's Kirsty to throw first. Game on.
Well, Hutchinson has flipped really from the first couple of games where it was a scoring was excellent, but she struggled on the doubles. Now she's clinical on the outer ring.
Didn't quite get that one sat in her fingers correctly, so dropped it. Rightly 59. Swapped over through the other one. Could have been an awful lot more, that. Lisa just not finding her range yet.
41.
Well, to score 60 with your first start and then come away with 62 must feel particularly annoying.
47.
Yeah, when it happens to me, I feel like I could get more than 2 without flights in.
100. Check, Lisa's last score was 9.
Up to Daisy.
It's never the big shots you get wrong, is it? Never the big scores that you get wrong.
Well, because you never expect a player of Lisa Ashton's calibre to only 5'9", but this has been a real struggle for her. There are extenuating circumstances with her having her surgery recently. I don't know how comfortable she's feeling.
Kirsty, you require 80.
It's not looking good. Very lucky she didn't find the treble.
At least she's having a chuckle to herself about it.
40.
She has time, sorts it out.
96. Kirsty, you require 40.
Thinking there from Ashton.
Double tennis found, and Kirsty Hutchinson takes the first set against the 4-time champion. The 4-star Lisa Ashton wants a 5th star on her back, but it's been 1 star so far from the Lancashire Rose. Kirsty Hutchinson taking full advantage of an off-colour performance, and she leads going into the break by 1-0.